So this is the deal, guys. Be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. I've said that before, but I really mean it. Be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. What do I mean by that? Okay, so you have to decide why you're doing what you're doing. Whether it's garment decorating or anything else, you have to decide what is the purpose. Why are you doing it? And you have to stick by it and live by it. And not saying that you can't change your mind and venture off into doing it for other reasons, but ultimately you want to stick by what you're doing because there is a harsh reality to entrepreneurship that most people do not realize. Okay? So, are you the type of person that wants to supplement your income, or are you the type of person that wants to replace your income with what's currently your hobby or something like that? Or are you the type of person that wants to create a whole business, a full-fledged business, and employ other people? Like, what do you want to do? What's your objective behind buying a Cameo, or buying a multi-needle embroidery machine, or buying a single needle embroidery machine, or buying some heat press and transfers? What's your objective? It's very, very important because oftentimes we think that we're going to live this life when we become entrepreneurs. I think that's what a lot of people think. A lot of people think once you become an entrepreneur and you can, you can make your own schedule, you can do whatever you want to do, you can work less, you can do a whole bunch of things that you really are not going to be able to do, especially when you are 100% sustaining yourself in your own way of living, and you're paying your own bills out of the work that you create and the work that you generate, right? It's a serious thing you need to think about. Not everybody's cut out for this, right? Some people work better and should operate in a job environment, because if you try to become an entrepreneur and if you leap into it and just do things on your own, you might fail miserably because there's a lot of responsibility that comes with this that people don't know about. There's a lot of responsibility that comes with this that I didn't consider. And you guys really have to seriously consider this, because looking back, just going to a job and doing a regular thing and having a set schedule and then leaving, not having to worry about anything, that's not that bad. Hindsight, right? I love what I do. I love being creative. I love, playing with all these machines and stuff like that. But there's a lot that comes with it, guys. There's a lot that comes with it that you guys probably don't realize, right? So where I'm at in my goal, in my entrepreneurial career, I guess, I'm looking to scale my business and create jobs for other people. And the reason why I want to do that is because I want the ability to step away from my job and still have it functioning, right? So a lot of the times you become an entrepreneur, your business starts working, you start making money, but what you don't realize is you're not really a boss. You're just a worker for the business that you created, right? You just work for the business that you created. So you just traded bosses. You're not, you know what I mean? You're not quite there. I think everybody's goal ultimately is to have their business be self-sustainable, right? You want to be able to go on vacation and still make money. You want to be able to, not come to work for a few days and still make money and have the machine still running, but you have to create that machine. And when you're creating that machine, you actually have to learn the machine before you create it. And after you learn the machine, you have to create the machine by delegating responsibility to team members and other people. And that's a whole nother ball game within a business that everybody can't do, right? Everybody can't do that. That's a whole different skill set that I'm learning, right? And it's tough. It's tough. Not only being an entrepreneur tough because of all the responsibilities that come with it, but getting your machine to work is tough. Understanding how you want your machine to work is tough. Understanding what your machine is going to be is tough. It's a whole lot that comes with it, right? What do you want your business to be? What exactly are you going to be doing? What makes sense? What's going to be making the money that runs your business? All these are questions that you got to answer for yourself and for your business before you even start making the machine, because the machine is what's going to allow you to step away from what you created and have it still running while you're on vacation, or while you are at home, or while you are, just taking off for a few days. If you don't create that machine, ultimately what you created is another job for yourself, right? And another job for yourself that you're going to be working harder at, right? Because as an entrepreneur, you want things done a certain way. You want your business to look a certain way. You want your business to function a certain way. You want that certain level of quality depending on exactly what you're doing. And nobody's going to do it better than you. So ultimately what ends up happening is you're never off the clock. You're never off the clock. You're working 24/7, 7 days a week, morning from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. And at nighttime, you're thinking of different ways of doing things. And it just consumes your whole life. So you see everybody online portraying this, oh, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a boss, it's so luxurious, it's great, I make my own schedule, I do this, I do that. But what they're not telling you is everything else that comes along with it, right? They're not telling you about payroll, they're not telling you about taxes, they're not telling you about how difficult it was to come up with an idea, they're not telling you about their inexperience in hiring an employee. They're not telling you about the difficulty in hiring an employee. They're not telling you about the employee's payroll tax. They're not telling you about marketing. They're not telling you about promotion. They're not telling you about the issues when creating that product that you're trying to create in your business. They're not telling you about the rent that comes with the spaces. They're not telling you about the maintenance that comes with the machines. They're not telling you about the machines. They're not telling you about the cost of the machines. They're not telling you about any of this stuff. Everybody's just painting this picture. Yo, I made this amount of money this year. I made this amount of money this year, right? That's all you see. And then you see a nice car, right? They paint this perfect picture, but there's a lot that comes with this, and everybody is not cracked up for this. And I wanted to tell this to you guys so that you guys don't go in with your blinders on, so it doesn't hit you by surprise. So hopefully you will consider some of the things that I'm talking about, so that you make the best decision for your lifestyle. Because looking back on my six-figure job, it's not that bad. I mean, I'm doing way better now. Than when I was at my six-figure job. But it wasn't a bad lifestyle at all. So be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. And when you get it, it might not be what you wanted or what you think you signed up for. Because being an entrepreneur is not the glamorous lifestyle that everybody portrays it to be. It's a great lifestyle. I love it. I wouldn't go back to work a regular job. I would never. So I guess there is some good to it for me, but I know from what I go through on a day-to-day basis that everybody is not cracked up to do this. Everybody can't do this. Everybody won't do this. Everybody won't succeed at this. There'll be people who are like, oh, forget this, when it gets tough. And when you created this thing for yourself, you can't just walk away and go pick up the job that you left at, because they've replaced you by now, right? So you got to think carefully, plan, be strategic, take baby steps, figure out exactly what you want to do. Figure out exactly, is this right for you? Get everything, learn everything that you can about business, and not even the front end of the business, about the back end. The back end is extremely important. Managing your books, and how much money you're spending versus how much money you're bringing in, how you're going to acquire new clients, different ways of acquiring new clients, what clients are you going to cater to the most, what you're going to stay away from, who's your competition, why are you finding out who your competition is, so many different things. And you're going to do email lists, you're going to do, it's a lot, guys, and it's exciting. And I just want to, like I said, tell you guys this, because everybody paints this perfect picture, and I don't feel like the other side gets enough mentioning, right? Because even me, I'm guilty. I show you guys, yeah, I just got this machine. My machine works. My machine is making great money for me, and it is. But the flip side is, I'm thinking about my business 24/7, 7 days a week. Thinking about what machine I got, what next. Thinking about how, should I get it? Thinking about, okay, should I be putting more in the stock market? Okay, how am I going to get a commercial building? Okay, I hope they don't go up and rent on me because I have this plan. Okay, how do I make my employee more efficient? Okay, 24/7, I'm thinking about all this stuff, right? So just some things to consider, guys. Please chime in, because I know there's some business owners that have employees. So please, we need your help in the comments down below. Let me know if anything I said made sense to you. Let me know if anything I said resonated with you, because I know it does, because I'm going through it right now. And I'm quite sure there's some people watching this video that have been through it and that are past it. And for those of you that are past it, that have been able to automate your business, how does it feel, right? Are you ever really hands off? I don't think you're ever hands off until like you've grown your company so much that your company's going public on the stock market and stuff. That way you're completely hands off, and you got vice presidents and stuff like that. And I'm the owner, and I'm just sitting back, and the president and the vice president and all the people below are running the business. And this, it's a lot to think about. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful. I hope this video enlightened you a little bit about the things that we don't necessarily talk about as business owners or as entrepreneurs, because it's definitely something that needs to be talked about more. And we just show you machines. We just show you how to use the machines. We just talk about, you see a bunch of people, I made $1 million this year. I made $20,000 in 1 month. You know what I mean? But don't get me wrong, you can do all that. But even that, when you're making that much money, you got to think about, how do you keep that much money, right? Because when you make that much money, you got to pay a certain level of taxes, certain portion to taxes. Then the more you make, the more you got to pay, because it puts you in the next tax bracket. Okay, how do I avoid these taxes? That's a whole other problem. Whole list of new problems. How do I find a good tax accountant, right? It's so much that goes with this that people don't talk about. So much that I wasn't expecting. So much that's forcing me to mature beyond my silly self that I always like to be lighthearted. And this is a serious matter. This is some stuff that can land you in jail if you're not paying your taxes. So it's all stuff to consider. Serious business. And like I said, not everyone is cut out to this. There's some people that work at a regular job that can't even fill out their W-2s. How do you expect to be an entrepreneur? Everybody wants to be an entrepreneur, right? How do you expect to do it? So, guys, hope that helped. Share this video, like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And let me know if you want to see some more stuff like this. I'm going to be throwing all types of stuff, different type of content. I'm thinking outside the box here and giving you guys some information that I think is you guys can really benefit from. All right, so as you guys are watching this video, I embroidered some anime designs. They are all available on allenawade.com, allenawade.com. So head over to allenawade.com and you can buy these designs in .dst or .pes format if you like. Just make sure you read the description to make sure it's .pes or .dst, okay? Talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.
Turn up that, crank it up. Why listen to the rest when you're rocking with the best, baby?